just about everybody knows who he is here, so that's wonderful. I'm going to read about 10 poems, and they're from various little projects that I have, and then Adam will read poems, and it'll be great. So this is from a little collection. So every so often, when I look at a bunch of stuff that's been taken, I make a little zine out of it, and it's kind of a fun project that I've been enjoying for the last couple of years. So they're fun to like give away and even take a little bit of money for. So there's that idea. So I have a bunch of these little fun things going on. This poem's called Gestate. It's part of what we aspire to be. The Pyrex lasagna dish slides to become at least 10,000 pieces, exploded beneath the range on tile, while I'm a herd animal pounding at my own waist into the clearing's grazed floor. A carpenter constructing the stage, getting a splinter with a hurt that really starts once skin heals, a seed that plants itself under a flesh bed. I coast the entire way on a folding bike with a broken crank before I dig it out of myself at the monkey paw. It should heal. A hand, a fragment. Earth, microbial, out to reactivate the dust by heavy connection. Still, I have this job, benefits, and they send me to the doctor. They look me over, inspect what I've pulled from my own limbs. Part of a medical professional's questions are chanted hexes about how I haven't been tested, that because I'm overdue, I'm likely riddled, infected, a name in water. I stole that last phrase from Keats's Tombstone. Alarm. A unique knock in dawn's glowing gray. My father and I awaken to trapped sparrows thrashing in ashes, the belly of the iron stove. I prop the screen, hold the elm door open, while he pulls the iron hatch to set them free across the living room, west over the lawn, like bottle rockets with wings that never pop. When they're looking for what they find, they carry it in their little feet. I push my monkey toes on sheets, find your phone at the end of the bed, swipe, tap, gesture, dial, sync, but never snooze. Those are from a little thing called Tiny Calamity that have a picture of my brain. 3 pictures of my brain from various angles. And this is a little project called These Young Machines. I've made a bunch of these and they all have titles that seem to start with the letter T. So the files are difficult to keep track of. But it's just like a weird coincidence. I don't know why I keep doing that. Lightning in the desert. It could be the papers that knock just before a fire goes out under dinner. Served, then the silent flashes are closer than we think. Count your Mississippis. Make a full stop at every flashing sign, looking east where they keep storms. Tonight, life is nothing like that one blackout, all candles and generated light, spiderwebs between rooms collapsed by my body. One day, our meticulous spaces will be theirs, and tonight, we don't want anything to die. I cup bugs on the wall, slip a card over the mouth of the glass, soaring little lives off the balcony. Crisp winds take them soft. This is nothing like Midwest thunder, barreling darkness into itself, or East Coast blown out skies, an army of natural dancers escaping the cage of a birthday cake cream. That's the one I want. The fold. I fear the postal machine will mangle your invitation, wax seal and all. I'm too hungry and tired to win an argument with the workers. I just want a hand stamped to press addressed and licked paper. But there's a mechanism that just won't budge. You pull an orange from over a fence. We mouth breathe in the thrift store, never deeply. I've convinced a few uniforms that I'm an expert, set up a terrifying expectation that's beaten me more than once. Really, my sleep is a vacant pantry, but I keep myself up for days, sampling herbs and condiments, throwing anything into omelets. I wish they were funny. I apologize midway through for not writing funnier poems. I'm about halfway through. So. If you want to laugh at something, there's an Instagram account I've been very excited to tell people about called Please Hate These Things. My wife's an interior designer, and she found this, and it's an interior designer who posts a lot of just horrible looking things, and the picture is like, ugh, and then you read whatever they write underneath it, and it's just absolutely hilarious. So if I'm bumming you out, you can just I like to give people an out. Bird Rock Avenue. There's the shore, actual rocks, each with its very own bird. A resident, beyond an altar for hot coals, sun salutations atop a bench until anyone who might gaze arrives. Utility repairmen line their trucks on the curbs, tear the brush, and install signal. I yell the last song I know to seagulls, take a photograph with a phone because they don't listen as much as they stay supple and pull crabs from evaporate residue and low tide's exposed body. There was once a land bridge here, since crumbled by erosive storms and swallowed, a path for the mist. Some of the birds gather and become an Apache helicopter, all dogged on defining a plainness of our day. It wants these waves to tossed up blast powder and spice, a harvest shrapnel thrown and lodged at our ears and mouths, but we know better. This has Cub Scout references in it. Leave no trace. We only privately speculate how to return to the earth, yet always seem to find an egg sandwich towards the edge of wilderness, which is a fuel I've burned with no effort, tons. I detail an entry in the Pinewood Derby and race for those Navy nuclear engineers, the artifactual tools that come to rest in their children's basements. Pop had them all. Did you know I had a little yellow handkerchief? Got rides to meetings of scouts at dead mothers' homes. At least there was the weight of pocket knives, though no lessons on their usefulness. One night, my mom just kicked the banister off the side of the stairs and tossed rails, wholly splintering into the face of that wood stove to keep us warm. If we had another shot, I'd approach all lumber barefoot and ask it what it means to be. I'd know when it's had enough, snapping, swelling out the old nails through the rainy season. How tired it has become, holding your motion-triggered lights. Its angles are so sloppy, a lifetime of strained spines, longer than I can think. So that's some from These Young Machines, and I'm only going to read 3 poems from this Carry On. And this is the first time I'm reading from this little chapbook because it just came out. It was available for like 4 years up on a press that abruptly closed its doors because the person who ran it was some people revealed things about past relationships with that person, and so the entire press goes away. And that's really a drag for a lot of writers who had work. Like, you could have just read this, and people did read it. And I run a small press called Cooper Dillon Books that published Adam's chapbook Transcript, which he will read from momentarily. And I'm fortunate enough that I can make stuff like that, so I was able to make it again. And you go over something that like was an artifact, and then it wasn't anymore, so then you make it one again. And I hope you like it. I've been enjoying like going through these. Like, I didn't just like take what was on the old thing and like put it out. I was like, I should probably read these first and like mess with them. So I did, and I was like, man, like some of these are good, but I was able to play with them, and now I'm like excited about them all over again. So just 3 from this. This is called Migrations and Monuments, and it has a sizable epigraph from a guy named William Stone, the article is called Where Exactly the Four Corners Is. This monument out in, like, where